Really, I'm hood rich. I'm really a star. I can't wait to be famous. 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 Really, I'm hood rich. I'm really a star. I can't wait to be famous.
Really, I'm haunted. I'm haunted by hundreds.
Let's keep it 100. You got. What up, though? It's your boy Common Sense, man. And we already know that common sense isn't common. Alright, look, so today, man, we got another Anton Daniels panel. That I feel like dog is tripping, bro. Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. I rock with Anton Daniels. You feel me? But I'm starting to get to the point where, man, I think Anton Daniels has been out the loop for too long, bro. To be honest with you, I don't even know if my man's was ever in the loop for real. But bro, he be saying some comments that I feel like, man, I don't know if dog trying to clout chase. I don't know if he trying to get some shock jock shit going on to be on his Charleston White shit, Kevin Samuels type vibe shit. But I just feel like, bro, he be saying some off the wall things, bro, that he need to be getting checked on. And Jazz Noel, she's starting to become one of my favorite people on the panel because she always check Anton Daniels. Most of the people that be on the panel with Anton Daniels, bro, usually be on some yes man shit for real. Q and Q Diddy, they are regulars on this panel, but they always seem to be agreeing with Anton Daniels. Q herself, bro, she might even be making faces going against what he say, but she never really speak against what he does say. You know what I mean? As far as challenging him. But I'm your boy Common Sense, man. Like the video, because liking the video is more important to the YouTube algorithm these days. Subscribe to the boy if you're feeling the content. It's a reaction. Let's go.
You have this harbor guilt about how you contribute or your history has contributed into why you even have to have this conversation with the Black child.
I agree. And can I add one last thing real quick, Anton, is that I agree with you, but I also think white people, they'll act like, they're with the whole CRT stuff. And at least a few years ago, there's a lot of white people who act like they have good intentions, but they're honestly bigoted. It's the soft bigotry of low expectations, where I think they actually are trying to have a white savior complex. And I think they're being more racist than anyone else when they act that way. But go ahead, Anton. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think they should leave all black babies and let them be for the streets.
What the fuck? Like, that's wild.
No.
That's wild.
I'm not going to sit here and qualify myself to be in a position to give somebody an opportunity or to give a kid an opportunity. Cool. I agree with you. Let them raise their kids. Let them put their resources into their own and to people that look like them, and leave the rest of y'all to be able to figure it out and fend for yourself. There's your solution. You ain't got to worry about sitting here trying to guilt shame somebody into qualifying themselves to be in a position to be able to give somebody an opportunity who obviously their parents abandoned them or put them in a position to be in that situation in the first place. I'm not going to say.
All right, so listen. Some of their parents could have abandoned them, but to be honest with you, bro, that's not all of them. Some people parents might have been passed away. Both parents passed away. You feel what I'm saying? Some people parents might have went to jail type junk. Yes, they did abandon them because whatever they went to jail for, they was doing the wrong thing. But to say, bro, that all black babies need to be abandoned, bro, for that to come out another black man's mouth, bro, is wild to me. Now, sometimes, bro, I'll be understanding when people say some shocking stuff. You feel me? But to me, Anton Daniels don't have no point at all for real with this statement. I just feel like, again, bro, he talking out the side of his neck.
Here and qualify myself and say, oh man, am I capable of raising somebody that what?
Like, what is he even talking about right now?
Any help that you get that you didn't get from your biological parent, you should be thankful for.
You should.
Anybody
I can agree with that. That's a fact.
That do something that don't owe you nothing, that's all you need is to be thankful for. I can't believe that we sitting here acting like we that blessed and we that privileged to where it's a privilege to be able to raise your head. Get on out of here with you. Okay, well then listen, figure it out. Brenda's got a baby. Figure it out then amongst your own community. The question that to be asking ourselves is, why is there so many black kids in foster care in the first place? Not how many people can put themselves in a position to really be able to help them. That's
Why
crazy.
aren't they helping?
And now we got to sit here and say, oh, wait a minute. You got to make sure you acknowledge the black experience. No, the problem with this culture in the first place is that too many adults are putting their own trauma and their own issues.
So look, let me say something right quick, because you talking about some, you got to acknowledge the black experience. And I don't think that's what Jazz Noel's point was. Her point was, bro, to catch y'all up, to speed y'all up. The point was, if a different race adopts a black child, she feels that they should bring some awareness to the black child that your upbringing is going to be different. Meaning, if I raise you into this Caucasian family, understand that other people is going to look at you a different type of way when it comes to, like, let's just say cops, okay? When you get pulled over, you need to make sure you act this type of way because of your color. It's a thing that's going out right now, where cops are murdering black men, black children, or whatever, you know what I mean? However you want to say it. I don't want to say too much because YouTube kind of be on some bull a little bit. But at the end of the day, man, that was her point. And Anton is missing all of that.
Have never ever really even been through nothing in the first place. They watched a film on slavery, but yet they still doing the worst thing for their own community, yet they want to hold somebody else accountable for putting some resources or giving an opportunity to another kid that ultimately is not going to appreciate them in the first place, because they still going to be standing on this whole blackity black culture in the first place. Yet they was raised in a privileged environment in which they gave you an opportunity. And you know, CJ, I'm disappointed in you, bro. I really am disappointed in you, because you came up here talking all of this black shit tonight, but you had an opportunity that was given to you based off of somebody that didn't have to do shit for you, and you still talking this black shit instead of trying to get away from and make sure that we demolish all of this dumbass divisiveness within this culture that's just distracting us from the real issues that's really happening. Yet y'all still leaning on this victim Olympics like somebody owe y'all something. You blessed. You blessed. You've been blessed with an opportunity that obviously whoever it was that left you wasn't fucking with you. And yet we want to sit here and talk about acknowledging a black experience. That's a construct. The very idea of saying something is black and then leaving a connotation of a color, which y'all really don't even understand, is a construct that's given to you and passed down to you based off of the trauma. And yet you don't even acknowledge the very people that sold you into slavery in the first place. And yet we want to hold somebody else accountable because they was the winners.
Bro, that's cap. Listen, that's cap, bro. He talking like racism does not exist, bro. And the thing is, systematic racism does exist. The thing is, cops is harassing and profiling, what they call stereotyping, black people, bro. For real, when they pull them over, if you wearing a hat or whatever, bro, you could potentially get, that can be the end of your day right there. And if you were in a different race, man, and you adopting a black child, yes, you need to tell them how it is in the USA or in the world, living as a black man. That's the black experience that they saying that they need to be explaining to a child if they adopt a black child.
Look,
I think what you're saying,
I'd be remiss to completely ignore all of the different people, both black, white, Asian, Mexican, Latino, and all in between, that is giving me opportunities or has fought for this country. You know, it's almost like we trying to gatekeep this dumbass cultural dumb experience of trying to be full of trauma. The minute that you stop looking in the rear view and you start looking in front of you in the windshield, you'll be able to drive straight and you can stop you can start leaning on the shit that they fought for. It was both black and white people that was freedom riders that fought for civil rights. It wasn't just black people. And they got rid of this shit so that y'all can walk away from it, yet y'all still trying to hold on to it in a way in which you're holding somebody else accountable for raising a child that nobody gave a fuck. Seriously, are we having this conversation about trying to justify the black experience? What the fuck is the black experience? We all live in a melting pot.
Let him know, bro, because he missing all that shit.
DNA test, you'll realize that you're more mixed than you really are, and yet y'all
That's
still
cap,
on the black
bro.
experience. And that very thing, in a way that we substantiate whether or not you black or not, is given to you by somebody that didn't give a fuck about you, and you still using that to qualify whether or not you even label yourself a certain type of way. You a human being. That's it. That's it. You a human.
Yeah.
That's cap,
we all
bro.
are meant to do the right thing by each other, yet y'all still want to align yourself.
All that is fine, Danny.
Y'all still want to align yourself with something based off of something you can't even control. All y'all doing is perpetuating stereotypical racism in a way that we tried to get away from it historically since the beginning of time. Y'all still dividing yourselves by qualifying yourselves and then making it seem like y'all going through shit when you got the greatest opportunity of some of the most white people in the world across.
Okay, Fred, time to find our perfect apartment on Zillow. Don't worry, change will be good.
Across the country and overseas, and y'all don't take advantage of it just so you can still lean in the victim Olympics and still blame somebody else for y'all problems. This shit is old. It's 2024. Ain't nobody.
Listen, those are facts too. You feel me? Yes, bro, we definitely do be having some great opportunities. Like, nobody is saying that. Nobody's going against that. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, if we talking about the whole of the community, bro, it's a different experience. Like, he gave an example of talking about looking in the rearview mirror. Listen, bro, again, bringing up the cop thing. If a cop hop behind me, bro, or anybody else, I ain't gonna say anybody else because it's never all of anything, but if a cop hop behind me, bro, just naturally my heart start pounding. Anxiety started to kick in. You feel what I'm saying? I start to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's. For real. And to be honest with you, that's the black experience. I don't think no other race probably feels that anxiety when you getting pulled over by a cop. And at this point, Anton Daniels don't feel that anxiety neither. Because the nigga is out the loop.
Stopping y'all and still holding on to this dumbass black experience. This shit is dumb, man. It's a melting pot. And Quentin, sick of you too, because your ass is dating white women and you still sitting there talking about this black shit. All of the people up here is doing the same shit that they complaining about, yet they sitting here running in the victim Olympics. He raised by white parents. He date white women.
I'm not white. I date all women, not just.
What? So, Jazz, hold on, Jazz. Wait.
Crazy, bro.
Jazz, hold on.
You know what the worst part about it is? It's the very one that's married to the darkest woman that got to sit here and have this fucking conversation with y'all. All of y'all out here fucking everybody.
I just think you're being delusionally.
I'm married to the blackest woman on the panel, and yet I'm the one that's got to have this conversation with y'all.
So Jazz,
let TJ go first because he addressed TJ.
Jazz, I want to clarify something. So picking black baby isn't like going to a pet store picking a dog. It's actually a very vigorous process of picking a child that you want to get. And it's a very deep background check before the child's actually awarded to your custody. So it's not like going down to a breeder and say, hey, I want that particular puppy. It doesn't work like that. Contrary to what the movies may say, it's not like that.
No, I'm not saying that's literally how it is, but that whole thing was just a lot. Because it's just, I understand that we don't want to talk about racism because that means it's going to hold us back, but it's the reality of this country. And it's still, that doesn't mean that we can't excel.
You can't, hold on, wait. You're trying to, nobody said that racism just, go ahead.
Can I finish? When I say you need to make this child aware of who he is in this country, does not mean that we're telling that child that he can never be successful. He has a different reality, is all I'm saying. And I don't understand why that's so hard to understand. We know what this is, but I understand
Because people hear what they want to hear.
have reached certain points in their life and they feel like racism just ain't never existed. It stopped when Obama got into office and all this, that, and the third, and we're still not fighting. We're still not fighting just to be respected as humans in this country. No, none of that is happening at all. Black children aren't being gunned down by grown-ass white officers. That's not a thing. That's not happening. White officers who are slaying people in the street innocently and getting off, that's not happening at all. There are people. Can I finish, please?
No, go ahead.
There aren't people deliberately going after HBCUs and organizations that provide funding for Black businesses and trying to sue them and dismantle them because they can't get a piece of the pie, because they feel that is racist, when in fact it is actually racist for you to try to stop something with a marginalized group of people that you have claimed that we are. We try to excel and then look at the roadblocks that you put in. All I'm saying is this: we have to be real about what we're saying when we're living in this country. And if you are a white person and you want to adopt a Black child, all I'm saying is be totally aware of what that experience is like. It's not like yours. It's not like anyone else's. And it doesn't mean that it's a victim. It's a reality.
And those are facts, bro. That's it. You have to talk
to your son, your Black son, who a white officer or a white man would deem as an adult. Right? We've seen that. We've seen that before. They don't look at them as a young boy. He's already a criminal before he's even accused of anything. You don't have that experience with your white son. You don't have that experience. That's all I'm saying. And because, like you said, racism will always be here. You said that, Coach K. You're very much so aware.
Yep, because we're very much so racist, Jazz.
Because the system, unfortunately, was
what
built.
System? Point it out to me.
Well, hold on. Let me just add this statistic, because if anybody has been watching the Millionaire Morning Show, I've done the research, and I show it and I highlight it every single day.
So
more police officers get killed by Black kids than.
Listen, bro, the fact that Anton Daniels even arguing this at all, bro, is wild as hell to me, bro. To me, my opinion, everybody on this panel but Coach K supposed to be at this nigga neck. Because, bro, what she's saying is facts. She not saying anything that's wrong. If you are outside of a Black race and you adopt a Black child, just tell the child about what he could potentially be going through. It's not going to be the same as your experience. That's all he's saying. Or it's all she's saying. Anton is trying to tell this girl that everything she's saying is not true, and fuck the whole Black experience thing. It's not a real thing. Bro, come on. What is you talking about, and what is you even doing right now? And then he tried to he got the darkest wife on the panel, and he feel like he got to explain this shit like that's giving him his Black card. Like, bro, what is you talking about?
Black kids get killed by police officers.
We're not doing that.
Roland Fryer.
No.
Can you name me
We are
five?
gonna do it. And
Okay,
you know
let's
why
do
we're
it.
gonna do it?
Let's do it, Anton. Let's do it, Anton. Name me five. Name me five.
In Chicago, in Utah, all across this country, every single day. Just because it's not promoted to you, don't mean that it's not real.
And I can agree with that. I can agree with that. We ain't saying that it never happens.
Every single day.
That's you wrong as hell, and you wait.
Listen, we not saying that never happened. I'm not saying that never happened. I can agree with him on that, bro. It's not I'm not in my emotions so tough where I can't comprehend what somebody's saying. But at the end of the day, bro, if you are a cop, because I'm pretty, just like he's saying, is Black men out there that's shooting white cops or other race cops, I'm pretty sure it's white men that's shooting white man cops also. The truth is this, bro. A cop is a cop. A cop is a cop because a cop is supposed to protect the community, and their getting paid to put themselves into problem solving situations. You feel me? But you should not be getting pulled over as a black man and then get gunned down by a cop. That's not right. That damn near should never happen unless somebody try to pull out a gun or some shit and start shooting at you.
Fact. To be having this type of platform
If
talking.
you don't want to hear the data and the statistics,
It's not even about the
then
data.
just
You're
say that,
being
because
so
all you
obtuse, and
basically
it's very
telling me
dangerous. Oh
is
my
that
God.
you want to stay with your head in the sand so that you can believe
That's not it.
what
That's
you
not
want
it,
to
babe.
believe.
What
You
kills
don't
me
want
is
to
how
have the
Q be
authentic
like,
conversation
her
because
faces
I've
be
done
saying
the
it all, but
research.
she never
That's
say
not
nothing.
it, babe. You're very
Okay, you got it.
you've been indoctrinated, babe. You carry
Those
out
facts.
systemic racism and rhetoric. Like they clap at you like, yes sir, you a yes sir master type right now.
Yeah.
The energy is given that.
That's facts.
No offense, but if you still think stocks, real estate, or crypto are the best passive income investments in today's
Stocks
economy,
is. I don't know what she talking about.
Unfortunately, because to sit here and say white officers get killed. Can you name me 5 officers right now at the top of your head?
Well, there are 4 officers. There are 4 officers.
4 just got gunned down.
There are 4 officers that just got killed in Charlotte about a week ago, and the suspect is a black man. I know that 2 of the
It's not a
cops were white.
suspect. It's the guy that killed him. Listen. Hold on. Shit, hold on, Colonel Carey. She don't want to hear the truth. She don't want to hear
y'all
this
don't want to
shit.
hear the truth.
See, if we say no. If we say 4 white officers, and that was killed, and 4 additional was wounded by 1 black man in Charlotte, literally just last week, she throw that out the window and say that no, you just wrong. See, I actually did the presentation on the Millionaire Morning Show. That's how I know these things. Every single day, all last week, the week before, and today, I actually have shown all of the officers that are dying on a regular basis, every single day. And so you want to sit here and act like I don't know what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is why it's so difficult for black people to draw them out of this mindset, because they don't want to listen to facts. They want to listen to feelings. You're wrong as 2 left shoes. You have no clue what you're talking about right now. It's all a mirage in order to keep you thinking the same way that you're thinking, so you can think that we victims, and we not. We not victims.
Stating the facts and the truths about what we have endured and continue to endure is not victimhood. It's stating the facts, Anton. You can, if you aligning with this type of narrative about your own people, and you want to make it seem like racism don't exist, it never have, and we just being victims, you go right ahead. That works for you. But that's your reality. That's your delusion. But the facts are the facts, baby. It is what it is. But I'm gonna let you have it.
Go ahead, CJ.
So media has a major role when it comes to stuff like this. For years, the media was pushing that Chicago was the #1 murder city in the United States. That's not true. Chicago's not even top 10. And
Chicago is top 10, but see, the context is it's per capita.
Because
Chicago is a major city, what happens is they categorize it differently based off of per 1,000 people.
Correct.
So you got to add the additional context, because you're wrong. It is one of the most violent cities in the United States.
I never said it wasn't. I just said it's not top 10. They were labeling Chicago as #1. It's not #1 per capita. So again, all this stuff is being pushed by media, and we need to do our research on this. We really do.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're good. We just got to do our own research on it. That's all. Media is pushing one thing. We need to. All right. I see that they're showing me this. What else is happening though? Like right now, police, they're being retaliated against because black people are fed up. I don't agree with it, but the shit is happening.
What?
Okay,
so wait. The Louise guy and the black woman that got killed on their way home from work in the exact same space in Chicago.
One thing I can say though, that this is, I like hearing conversations where people emotions is into it, and they are able to control their emotions and have the conversation instead of blowing up and get to calling people names and over talking people and things like that. Like constructive conversations, you know what I'm saying, is great for the mind, great for the body, great for the soul. You feel what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, these conversations need to be had. Only thing I wish is that people actually didn't hear what they wanted to hear and actually hear what's going on. Like, I believe Anton and Jazz is kind of like only hearing what they want to hear. Because when Jazz say that people that adopt black kids need to tell kids about their black experience as far as like what they could expect growing up is a right thing, but Anton's not hearing that. When Anton's trying to tell Jazz about how it's black men out there that's killing white cops also, that's a real thing too. Like me personally, I'm not saying that don't exist for real. But like I was saying though, this conversation, bro, is a conversation that definitely need to be had though. I think Anton need to step back though and understand how he look going against this conversation for real, because just like she said, bro, shit, at this point you Uncle Tom, my dog, and you out the loop.
Literally, they just had a funeral for him last weekend, and they asked Mayor Brandon Johnson not to even come to the funeral. You telling me? And they was on their way home from work, wasn't even in their cruisers, got killed by criminals that ultimately stole their guns, and it's because those young boys, them young thugs, was fed up, and they had already been convicted of other crimes, including other gun crimes. They doing it because they was fed up with the police officers?
I wonder how Tamir Rice or Trayvon Martin.
Yeah. No. Stop. You telling me that the eight police officers that got shot, 4 of them killed in Charlotte last week, that was serving a search warrant for criminals that had perpetuating violence against the very people in our own community. The people that are killing police officers are often at times not first offenders. They the drug dealers, they the killers, they got bodies on their rap sheet. Every single thing that you can think of within our own community. You know what's so fucked up about this conversation is most of us already know how to fix the community. All of us know who the jack boys are. We know who the dope boys are. We know who the killers. We know who the stealers are. We know who the Kia boys are. And we refuse to acknowledge this shit. And we keep on blaming it on a construct. Fact. And most of the very ones that they killing in their community are the ones that live in their community. The black woman that got killed in Chicago, the off-duty police officer, she was born and raised in Chicago. They not fed up. Listen, bro, this is all a lie. You being sold a lie, and you being told this, and it only happens if all this shit is promoted around election season. Every 4 years, you get the same shit every single time, and they distract you in order to continue to keep you in this mindset that thinking that you're a victim is bullshit. When you do the research and you start to deep dive on these issues, it's not what you think that it is, but they keep on selling this to you because it's easy to get you to continue to be on this Democratic plantation than having you thinking that you're a victim. You not. It's a reason why black immigrants can come over here and they're way more successful. The majority of the wealth that's generated over here and the people that become millionaires are first-time millionaires, and often at time they're immigrants. Most of the time they're black people. 1,600 millionaires are made every single day in this country, and it ain't the people that's here. And often at times it comes from people that's not even born here. It's a mentality. It's a construct. Free your fucking self, bro. Open up your mind. The minute that you open up your mind, a world of possibilities continue. This is one of the reasons why it's important for people to step outside of their fucking zone. They neighborhoods, they social circles. Go talk to people that don't look like you, that don't come from where you come from. Open up your fucking mind. They selling you a narrative, and it's keeping you down because it's keeping them profitable. All y'all running to make them Olympics, it makes them money. It's a profit. It's a profit generating machine. It's not even a race war. It's a class war.
Anton, when did racism in America?
What the fuck is wrong with us, bro?
Anton, when did racism end in America?
Listen, it's not about whether racism ended. It's whether racism is effective enough to affect you from doing what it is that you want to do on a regular basis.
Okay.
It don't matter. Listen, if that motherfucker over there say, Anton, I don't like you because you black, I don't give a fuck because he has no power over whether or not I'm going to do it tomorrow.
It's not even about
it has
that.
no bearing.
Answer the question, my dog. Let me say something right quick, man. So, man, I be trying to do different things, man, because I love learning. You know what I mean? I don't want to be working in a factory all my life. So I started doing different things, start teaching myself and just going to classes or whatever to learn different things. Something that I jumped into, man, was HVAC. All right. And one thing that I learned about the HVAC thing is that it's not a lot of black people in it, to be honest with you. And it's actually hard to find a job with companies, where my location is, with companies trying to do the HVAC thing for real. And to be honest with you, I done came across so many black men that told me that older than me, you know what I mean, that then told me that they had to get out the field for real because they was tired of going through the bull jive. When I was taking my class, man, and at the last day of the class, I was receiving my certificate. And the instructor, man, told me, and this is no bullshit, no cap, I had to pull him to the side and have a conversation with him. But the instructor told me that, Sean, I have a certification for you, but you're not the right color. He literally told me this in front of the classroom, bro. And when he said this, I was in shock, bro, that this dude even had the audacity to say that. And the whole time during the course of the class, for real, I feel like he was trying to give me a hard time. But me personally, I wasn't finna allow him to stop me from doing what I was trying to get accomplished. You feel what I'm saying? Again, though, racism still does exist. I'm not sitting up here saying everybody is racist. You feel me? But it does exist, bro. And what Anton's doing right now, man, I just highly disagree with, bro. I feel like he's 100%, I ain't gonna say 100% wrong, because he do have some correct points. But overall, what he's trying to defend, he's wrong. All right?
On me, I don't care if you feel a certain type of way about me. You have no power over me.
It's not about that. It's not about
it is. It's
no, it's
absolutely
not.
about that.
I just don't think. I just don't think you
think about it. He said he was raised in KKK country. This dude traveled the world. He do what he want to do. Why isn't he affected by where it was that he was raised, as far as it stopping him from doing what he want to do? If he was raised in KKK country, like he said, then how come it didn't stop him from being what it is that he is?
And I'm okay. So maybe that's where there's a disconnect. You're very individualistic minded. It's all about you, and what's in proximity to you. I'm thinking of us as a collective, and how this country has fucked over our people as a collective consistently.
Yes.
I just brought up the example about how there are organizations that fund Black businesses, specifically for Black businesses, that are being sued by other white organizations just because it's funding for Black people.
Because it's racist to qualify somebody based on a race.
What?
That's literally racism. If you
white
eliminate
people are exactly. This is my point.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's the
Anton, that's my point. That's my point.
Racism.
You're saying we're complaining
Black people above other people.
Let her talk, though, my dog.
Listen to what I'm saying, sweetheart. This is what I'm saying. There are Black people trying to do the right thing and excel and build and pull one another up. And there are racist blockings that's preventing this to happen. So like I said before, there are Black organizations that want to fund Black businesses, and there are white corporations suing those Black corporations for doing so. Why? Because it's all about being Black and productive and successful. And we all know Black unity is a threat to white supremacy. That's just what it is. So while you're saying that we're all in this victimhood, no, we're trying. We actually are excelling. We excel. We're
This
doing
shit
great.
triggering the hell out of you.
We're doing amazing in this country. But you cannot sit here and say that there are systemic processes within this country that blatantly stop the overall collective progress of Black people. It's always been this way. It still is. It's coming down. The veil is lifting a little bit, but you can't be so obtuse and not acknowledge that and then try to skip over that and say, but you're not doing this and you didn't experience this. I know what my experience is, but I'm not naive to the experience of my people, and I care. And what it sounds like to me is you actually don't care about your people. You care about profit. You care about money. You care about who's sitting at the table that you can get some knowledge from to make you some more money. You don't really care about how these systems that you align with because it cuts you a check or what have you, how that can negatively affect.
Nothing to do with the conversation.
Bro, everything she's saying is accurate as hell.
Always comes back down to how much money I got, how much
not you. I'm just saying, but just
nah, you talk about him. Keep it 100 with him.
Shit, this conversation don't have.
That's not what I'm saying. You don't have to cut me off.
Resources I get.
You don't have to cut me off.
This shit is crazy.
You don't have to cut me off. You don't have to cut me off, Club. We can disagree. You don't see it that way. That doesn't make me wrong. You don't see it the way you don't. No, I'm wrong to you because you see it from a different lens, and that's okay. But don't discredit the facts.
Look just like me. Every person that got a check from me or get money.
Don't discredit the facts, gang. If you're gonna be real and you're gonna have a platform like this, don't be obtuse because it works in your favor. And all I'm saying is
what works in my favor? What works in my favor? What table am I sitting in that I'm getting this huge check from white people?
All I'm saying is this. Just from the language you have said tonight.
All right, man. So I ain't gonna go through the whole video, dog. Y'all can check it out yourself. I'll share the link down in the description. You feel me? My opinion, like I said, I feel like both parties was definitely missing what each other was trying to say. But overall, bro, Anton Daniels to take the position that he's taking right now, trying to say that the Black experience is not a real thing, and yeah, just saying that Black experience is not a real thing, I just don't agree with. I feel like it's a bunch of people on this panel, and only four people was really talking for real. Everybody else was kind of like just rolling with it, and I just feel like silence, man. You are in agreement with it for real. Check out my man right here. The whole time he was making facial expressions and shit like that, like he was clearly agreeing with Anton Daniels, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel that Anton Daniels is wrong. You feel me? I'm your boy Common Sense. Like the video, subscribe to your boy. I'm doing what I always do, and I'm signing off. Peace.